All right, here we go, back at it again. Spending the day on flat rate. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I'm really glad you did. I'm Jimmy, we're making it work. I'm gonna take you to work with me today. Fixing buses, fixing classics, fixing diesel Mercedes. We do it all on this channel. You'll see. We might get a scope out, we might do an oil change or a tire rotation. Who knows? Anything's possible to happen here. Hope you'll stay tuned to see what we do to try to earn a living, keep the world moving, learn things and have fun. That's our motto, and we're going to use it a lot, so get used to hearing it. Beautiful morning, 68 degrees, headed for about mid-80s today, I suspect, but we'll see. Oh, if it shows up on camera or not, but I guess the truck's been on the lift a few days, so the spiders get happy. I hope you're happy too. We'll see what we can do today to make it worthwhile watch. Yesterday was a little bit of a hot day. We still squeaked out a decent day, but whew, definitely odd. That's the world of flat rate. Trying to fix cars, and you don't get to pick and choose what you want to do. One of the guys complained that everything he looks at is broken. Oh, seriously. Which is pretty funny. Let's finish getting the shop up and up, stop horsing around, see what we can do to make it a productive day. What do you say? Stay tuned. That's one way to know it's pretty slow today. It's 9:30. Time to change the oil on the Tundra. Got 98.75 on it. It's a little early, but that's his third oil change coming up on 10,000 miles. Did it at 1,500, 5,000, and now 10,000. So you see the oil's still nice and clean. I got a genuine tow to filter for it. Go ahead and pop that on there. You guys know I showed you can get to it with the spoiler up, but if you put it in service mode using a washer lever or wiper lever, it'll close it. You can get to this cover, and you just put a piece of 5/8 hose on the plastic tray under the filter so it doesn't make a mess. They sell a tool for it, but 5/8 heater hose about 6-8 inches long works perfect. Beat it. This one's kind of odd. She had a mobile mechanic come out, put her window regulator in, then he asked for some money, and then he went to go get a part, and then he never came back. He took her money and never put her door panel back on or something. I don't. That looks like part of the old regulator. This looks like it might have been replaced. It's hard to tell. But I'm going to check it out, find out what's going on, what's wrong with it. And we got to do a safety inspection, courtesy inspection. 2014 Cadillac Escalade, poor thing. All the lights on the dash are on and stuff, as you might imagine. I'm going to guess the mileage is excessive. 161, 158, not too bad. It's just broken in. Let's see if we can find a connector for this and get back to where we started from. Yeah, this connector, I'm not going to plug in here. That's apparently he took her money to go get the right regulator and never came back. So this is the old style. Like this is like a 2004. This is a 2014. They're going to check on the different when the production date changed or what happened. See if we can find the right. I can't even test this thing. You can't plug it in. I guess I could check the power on ground here, but even if it has power on ground here, it's not going to work. It needs this replaced anyway. That's kind of weird too. Oh, there's a bolt missing. Okay, that makes more sense. There's no bolt in there. We're really stepping into the boredom phase. Doing a little bit of undercoating spray. Oh, I dropped my nuts. They gave me this Chrysler Pacifica. They said it doesn't start, it doesn't even click. The starter makes no noise. So before I came to get you and so we could hang out, I put my jump box on it. Still nothing. Then I opened the fuse panel cover and paid more attention, and it looks like someone has replaced it. And if you look closely, you see something here. There's no nut on that one. Let's try it. See what happens. Oh, tell me you jive turkeys. Totally unprepared. New battery. Shouldn't even need the jump box, really. We'll leave it on in case he's tried starting it till it died. Still nothing. Interesting. I really had high hopes I was going to fix it. Oil change required. Next service due at 116,324. It's at 114.7. Couldn't have been reset. Let's I'm gonna go through, make sure all of these are tight, see if there's anything else missing or not plugged in. We'll see what we can find. Well, that is very strange. I printed out that fuse panel on the battery. There's not supposed to be a nut on that nut I added. Shows it without a nut on there. Why does it have a 150 amp fuse you wouldn't connect, I wondered. I disconnected the terminals to make sure I didn't have a plastic cover on the positive or something silly. Fast and Furious Mercedes guy. But listen to this. This is a starter relay. I heard a starter making noise down there. Pretty consistent too, all the time. It's kind of weird. You would think it would time out. Maybe it's waiting for 10 seconds worth of cranking, but I would think it'd be a 10-second timeout whether it cranks or not, right? I'm gonna have to put a meter on here and make sure I've got my 12 volts going down to the main cable and the starter through this fuse. They could have, even though this looks new, doesn't mean it hasn't been damaged by reverse jumping it or something like that. Other than that, we got to get it in the shop and get down to that starter. That's what it's behaving like. It's kind of strange that it keeps doing this though. How long I've been running my trap, it still does it. So let's get a test meter and see what kind of voltages we got, and after that we got to push it in the shop. All the guys are busy doing axles and tune-ups and stuff, so someone's gonna have to stop and help push so we can figure out this problem someone else has been working on already. The Mercedes, he's thinking about whether he wants to just put a crank sensor in it or not. I told him there's nothing I can really do as far as diag on that thing. It won't give me scan data, all that kind of stuff. And then the Cadillac, they can't find the correct window motor for. They said it isn't available. They're wondering if I can cut the wiring harness and adapt the 2-wire motor in there. So I don't know what. We'll see. Maybe we can get something to happen with this car. We're not going to give up yet. All right, ignition's on. We got a little bit of load on it. Volts. Not 12 volts. 12 volts. 12 volts. 12 volts. Not 12 volts. This got a blown 500 amp fuse. Okay, so this new fuse panel has to be replaced with a new fuse panel. Now, it could have a bad starter too, but the fact that it's making noise, it's very strange. Let's this isn't going to want to do anything right there. Yep. Blown high amperage fuse. Put my jump box on the other side of the fuse. Fire right up. And nurse it over to the shop so no one has to push. We'll just get it closer to the building. Let them know what we need to order. I gotta do an inspection too anyway. It's really mad about the fuse being blown. For some reason I assumed it was only going to the main starter wire, but something smells funny. That is not a good look. Not a good look at all. Oh, it's burning oil and stuff. This thing hasn't ran in a while. I almost wonder if the oil is just pouring out. It's got a new starter in it. That's pretty funny. Okay. I'm going to start with the fuse panel and go from there. The oil burning and the smelling, that's kind of weird. Maybe it's just oil I'm smelling. It's hard to tell. We'll see. Customer says, find out why the exhaust is noisy. I know why, because it broke about 1.5 years ago. That's why. Well, major boredom, man. Got rid of all my overspray with some bed coating stuff. Touched it up over here a little too. Touched up this. I gotta wipe this off with wax and grease remover. It got under the tape somehow. Not that you can see that anyway, but it will bother me. Same thing over here. With those coves painted black now, you don't see the white overspray. Looks a little better. Got stainless bolts in here now. Got all the other ugly ones out. A little at a time. I got to get the overspray off this battery too. That's when I was priming it, and I wasn't too worried about overspray at the time. I probably should have been. 2017, I believe this thing was. Hyundai Santa Fe. Customer says, I got an oil leak. These are the ones that, if you remember, I've done a couple of them. The oil pressure sender under the intake leaks, and there's a drain hole in the block of the valley of the block. There's a drain hole, and it comes down in front of the flywheel and looks like a rear main leaking. You guys might remember if you've been around a while. Everything else is dry. He just had the oil changed. He was thinking it was a drain plug, but it looks like it's been leaking a while. It's not a new leak. This has been ongoing. You can put a borescope camera under there, but I've done so many of them. Everything's bone dry. You can't hardly see the sender, but the valley is just like that, and it faces this way. And there's a 3/16, maybe almost a 1/4 inch hole in the back of the block that does that. So, but everything else is in great shape. The car's got good brakes, got new tires. The brakes are actually newer than the tires. So it's got a brand new air filter. He's taking care of it, so that's the only thing left, that oil leak. You can see a little bit from the top, a little tiny bit of oil film and some dirt sticks to it every time you change the oil. If you don't clean it off, it builds up like that, but that's not leaking. It's right underneath there. So, new battery. The car's in nice shape. It's only got 78,000 miles on it. And he's waiting. And it's 3:45. So, see if we get to do any work on it. Whoa, 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 what the heck? Not sure if that's gonna work. All right, we got approval for the old oil pressure sender. I put a new lens on you guys too, did you notice? See how scratched up that one was? I don't know if you could tell. But you got a new lens on your face. I hope you can see the world a lot clearer now. Even though it is my reality, it's still something that we share together. An alternate reality. Okay, we got approval. So we're going to start taking this thing apart today. Obviously not going to finish it. We'll do part of it today and the other part tomorrow. Got to take this intake out of the way. Then you got to take the lower out of the way. Bunch of wiring and connectors, kind of all pull it aside. And then we got a wrench that we ground down the sides. I say we, you guys and me, I guess. That makes it so you don't have to do too much other work that they normally want you to do. So let's get started. First things first, bunch of hose clamps. Leave the hose attached to this. It's like so I get more stuff out of my way. Oh, that's kind of wrong. It's in the wrong spot. Huh. Oh, let's put some light on it too, huh? Oh man, that's nice. Now you guys can see a little bit better too. The rubber on this thing, even though the car is only like 6-7 years old, rubber's still getting pretty stiff already. Quite a few things we have to get out of our way. It's only like 3.1 hours or something like that, but really not too bad. Really not too bad of a job to do, so. Some of those. There's a lot of little push pins and stuff. Now this wire is attached underneath, and this one goes to the harness I'm trying to get out of my way. So I know I've got to disconnect that. Same thing with this one. I think this is for the injectors. Some of these little push tabs, rather than breaking them, you just squeeze them and they should pull out without much ado. I think. Here it is. Some of the stuff I don't really have to take out of my way, but I want more room. I want stuff out of my way. It just seems easier. Jeez Louise. I don't know who this Louise chick is, but she's really making stuff hard. Oh. Gravity check. First one in a few days. Hasn't been enough work to gravity check anything. The hell? Need some work. Of course, I was bored. I started looking at numbers. I'm down 50 hours from where I was today last year, and I'm down 100 hours from where I was today 2 years ago. What are you gonna do, I guess? That's just how the cookie crumbles. Now that is how I like it. Take this out so it doesn't break. I think I'm gonna have to loosen this. I think there's a couple of braces on the back of these. I don't remember. I could find out right quick if I just unbolt the plenum and see if it raises up, right? Not gonna hurt anything. I don't want those clamps to come apart. Alright. If you unscrew it too far, then these pieces fall out. Because the wire is not relaxing. I don't want to lose any parts if this comes apart. I guess this washer shouldn't fall off, it looks like. It's kind of crimped on there, so that's good. You just take them off. Can't lose them if they're not there. Oh, it's held on by the rubber. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. This is just a bunch of push pins and boring clips and stuff I'm taking out of here to get this air box out. Last time I think I tried to squeeze this rubber and I remember it was a real bear to get it back together, so I'm just going to take the lid out with it, I think. Goodness gracious. Rubber and metal, they seem to like each other a lot. They don't want to go their separate ways. Ah! I don't need it. I got another one just like it anyway. It's doing an awful long induction service. Yeah, there's no fluid left. I think your induction service is done.
Come to find out, the cam tool, the alignment tool for it is bent like shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were like, because now it won't sit in.
Oh, probably,
both of them.
probably from when now the cam was upside down.
Well, it even sit.
Jeez, man. What is going on over here? I thought this was going to come out of there like no problem this way. That's why I decided to loosen the whole airbox and all that. There you go. The clamp didn't let go. There's nothing holding the clamp, but the clamp still didn't want to let go. Oh my goodness. Keeping a little parts assortment. I like to leave the coolant hoses in the throttle body if I can. Sometimes I end up having to go the other way. But we'll see. You guys might know sometimes a shortcut is a shortcut and sometimes a shortcut is a long cut. That's alright. There's a brace under here somewhere. I can't remember where. I see a PCV valve. Let's do something with that. Got my bent Mac pliers. They should help me out a little bit, I think.
We will continue this tomorrow.
We already hammered it straight. See you tomorrow.
Mostly. Alright.
We'll work on tomorrow.
It makes sense because from the initial of putting it in there, the second you're tightening out the bracket, I should have sitting
No,
like this.
I think we met it. I think it probably was straight, but when you remember when you moved it,
Something's holding it.
computer, so all you
Oh, you feel that horsepower? I felt the rotation of the earth slow. Whoop, one more hose. You know if the wheel's centered in a minute. Once you hook the alignment machine up and run through the alignment, it'll show you. He's so old-fashioned. I thought I was the old guy. Nope, Joe's the old guy, not me. I do remember I broke one of my carbine bits doing this job on a different vehicle. These bolts were so tight on that one vehicle it broke. I need to get that bracket out of my way just to get to one bolt. Okay, I got no problem with that. I will accommodate you, Hyundai. You really gotta be careful. I don't want to drop anything down there in case the valve's open right now or something. Once I get this intake lower plenum lifted up, or intake lower lifted up, I'll look for a way to cover those ports, either tape or a nice beautiful shop rag or something like that. Gotta take this off too, I suppose. 12. That might help. Let's see. Let's see. I'll show you what's leaking here in a second. See the oil down there? Does that show up? It's all coming from the sender that's underneath this fuel rail. You got to pull the fuel rails out next. We got a 6-cylinder. We got 6 chunks of paper towel. It doesn't seal the port perfectly, but it stops you from dropping a bolt or a nut down there. And I'll use a blow gun. Blow the area off, blow the paper towels out, and then right before I put the intake on, pull the paper towels, blow the ports out again. Can't be too sure. I mean, honestly, the engine will probably burn a leaf up without a problem, but I don't even want a leaf going down there just in case. You never know. The strangest things can happen. Alright, now some of these connectors out of my way so I can, the injector harness connectors will stay on and we'll pull the connectors out with the fuel rails. So what you have to do is a little release tab in here, let you pull that out, and there'll be one under here, let you pull that out. I got a 17s on the fuel lines and then 12s on the fuel rails. Now there might be some fuel pressure in here, so you know, watch your face. Just break them loose and wait a second. Anything from the pump towards the rails is high pressure. Anything going to the pump from the fuel tank is low pressure. So you don't want to mess with the high pressure stuff. Generally though, it bleeds off quite a bit when the car sits. It should go down to static fuel pressure reasonably quick. The problem is this one was hot, so I'm a little more concerned than usual just in case. You have to get this fuel rail loose too, because these won't just pull up. There's a bolt down there I gotta get. Yikes, that's still hot. Oh, dropped it. That's gonna happen. We'll just get a magnet and fish it out of there. This bolt is the hardest one, holds the fuel lines against the cylinder head down here. If you've watched my other video on this, I do a little trick. Another one of those things some people will love and some people will unlove. That bracket has a hole instead of a slot, and you can't get the bolt out. You're supposed to take this whole coolant assembly out of here. It's about 2 more hours worth of work, way more expense for the customer, potentially broken plastic, more parts, etc., etc. I get that bolt out of there, get the fuel line out, and I'll slot that bracket, start the bolt without it in. When I put it back together, I could just tighten the bolt up. If that makes sense? That's how I'm doing it. That is how I'm doing it. At least I think so. Okay, there it goes. Is it 5 o'clock? Just about. Not quite. Don't close up yet. It's early. What's up, bro?
Bring it in or no?
What?
Is it starting enough to bring it in or no?
I used the jump box on the other side of the fuse, and I jumped it from the other side of the fuse that goes down to the starter, and it starts.
Like under the car?
No, right up top. I'll do it if you want. Oh, one more connector. Might as well. Come here, turkey. There you go. This is the bracket I'm talking about. You just slot that, no problem. Everybody wins, save money and time, and everyone will be happy, happy, happy. Didn't expect that. That's probably because it's hot. That's a first. Take the bolts out of here. Ooh, they're warm. They're warm. Yeah, you can see the way this is oriented. orientated. That's it. You can't take this one out because it wants to come out this way, and there's a fuel fitting here. So this has to come out first. They usually aren't too much of a fuss on these. Find a safe place to pry like that. Don't set it on the battery, by the way. Although there's a cover on the positive, so. But just in case. Now, this looks harsh, but it's not. That's my leaking oil sender. Right there. Putting all that oil up in there. Now, we got a special wrench. You saw the video, I did one of these last. We made this wrench. I'm trying to remember how it fits though. Oh, there it goes. It doesn't fit that way. Got it in there somehow or another. Might have to grind this down for this gen. Well, that's really odd. Hyundai must have found out about this trick, so they modified some stuff. So now I gotta modify some stuff. Gotta grind my wrench a little more. Don't worry, we're gonna get it. A couple, 3 trips over to the bench grinder, fits perfect. Kind of. You know what? The side where the connector attaches is blocking it now. Huh. Okay. You little rascal. Well, guys, we got halfway done with the Hyundai. Not going to fix the exhaust on the Mercedes. Waiting to hear on the Chrysler Pacifica fuse panel. Got some detail work done on the old C10. Just coming along. Needs a little bit more love, but it's getting there. It's almost show ready. Could take that thing to Old Town again. I don't know if you watch those videos or not, but it's very exciting for me. A lot of work. Looking forward to cruising that truck again. Anyway, thanks for watching today, guys. Appreciate your company. Hope you got something from it. Maybe you'll click the like button on the way out if you would. That would be fantastic. More than anything, though, I hope I see you in another video, because you're awesome.